Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I am from Ohio, and I'm going to bring you my Tuesday video. I've decided to do pre-recorded videos instead of lives right now because they seem to do a little bit better. I don't know. I have a hard time with doing both of them, seeing which one's what. But anyway, I am actually doing this pre-recorded and going to put it up today because it is Tuesday. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to stamping. I'm not going to use DSP. I'm going to stamp my card, and I hope you enjoy it. And what else do I have? Oh, Stampin' Up today, the new online exclusives came out online. You can see those along with new kits. We have 2 new kits out. They're really cute, both of those. And then we have a challenge for demonstrators. If you are a demonstrator and you didn't see, there is a kit challenge. You need to go look on your demonstrator website and see what that is. Other than that, I don't think I have any announcements, except I do. I have one announcement because we are having a kit challenge. I am putting out there a special that if you buy 1 kit, you will get a card kit from one of the new online exclusives to make. And I will probably use their paper and whatever, but I will make it to where you can use other stamp sets if you don't have the new online exclusives. But it'd be a nice way for you to see some of the paper and stuff like that. So that's what I am going to do, and I'm going to offer. If you order 2 kits, you'll get 2 cards. They'll be different. They won't be the same card. So you would get a card kit for 2 kits and 2 kits with the directions, the PDFs. I was trying to think what I was going to say. And then if you order 3, you'll get 3 cards and the same thing, or 3 or more, I might say, because I'm not going to keep adding 1 to every card. That's kind of a little crazy for me to think about. If somebody ordered a lot of kits and stuff, I'd have to really stretch it out to come up with stuff for you. So anyway, that's what I want to do. So I just want to tell you that I do have a kit special this month. Outside of that, I think I'm going to turn my camera down. We're going to do this card. It's pretty quick, even though it's all stamping, and I hope that you enjoy it. I enjoy making it. So let's turn that down, and let's bring it down, because that's pretty far away, because I'm standing when I'm talking to you. I'm seeing when I make my cards, actually. Let me get this in focus here, hopefully. Oh, yep, there we are. So, need to turn the sound off on my, I thought I had it off, but I turned it on for a minute after I got the other video done. Okay, here we go. Here's our card. And what it is you just take and you open it, and that's how it goes, okay? Same with this one. You notice that they're done differently because it's just where you put your branches and stuff. It's kind of the same. The inside probably looks a little bit different too, and it does. It just depends on what you're doing there. They don't have to look alike. They're not going to the same person. And besides that, it just, helps you be creative and not have to be so systematic with it, trying to make everything look alike on each card. So that's kind of a fun thing to do. So what I'm using is a set called Branching Out. I just had it. What did I do with it? I want to put it right here. It's this set. We'll be using the branches. We'll be using this 3 segment of the pine needles. We'll be using the single one, the pine cone, and these little dots. Plus the Thinking of you brings joy to my heart on the outside, and I'm putting happiest birthday wishes on the inside. I'm making some wintry birthday cards. Okay, now I did do a class, and this was my card in my class. We actually made it a Christmas card. So if you can see a little bit of difference, it's just in how you present your card and what you want. So I do have that, and that's just strictly Christmas, but I did on the inside. I put some, and that looks even different than the rest of them. So just what you want to do, okay? I do have a PDF that's over on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP. I got to hold the camera a minute because it's stuck under the camera. It's this right here. It comes with what I use, directions, and the pictures, if you like to just see visuals. I like visuals. But anyway, we are going to move these out of our way. The first thing we're going to do is, oh, I want to show you the dies. And these are the dies that bundle with that set. You do get a pine cone, little berries, greenery, and then you get all of these, that mats that you can make. And we're using the third largest one. We're using this one right here to cut our green. I haven't cut it yet. I wanted to do that on here to show you it is not a hard thing to do. My card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, just a regular card base. Do not fold it before you do this. It's much easier if it's not folded. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the die on your front part of the card, and you want to try to center it as best as you can center. That's not always my forte, but I get it close enough. I get it close enough, and then I'm going to put this on here. You can tape it down if you need to. I don't always tape things. I put it down, hold my thumb on it, and push it through. Okay, we're done with that. So there's what we have when we're done with it. And then we actually have this piece, and you can save it and use it for a mat. You know, put a white piece in here and do something with it, or some DSP, whatever you want. But just save it. That way it's not all lost, right? So put that back. I don't want to lose it. I have a cat that likes to carry dies around sometimes. So now what I have here is I have an 8" by 5 1/4" piece scored at 4 inches. And I am going to go ahead and fold that. And I am using thick, basic white cardstock on this. I used the regular on the other ones that I made. But when I put the Wink of Stella onto the green, because I put Wink of Stella onto the pine needles, it bled through, so I had to cut a little mat and put back there so that it didn't show through. So I'm going to try the thick and see how that works. Hopefully really well. So let's fold this. And when you're folding it, once it's cut, then it gets a little flimsy, so you want to hold on to it and make a big crease there. Okay, well, I didn't crease that right, did I? That was dumb. Let's hold that there. Hold that side. And I still didn't get it. Daggone it. Probably because it's cut. And I really need to be on the back side of this doing this, I think. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let's turn that around. Do it on this heavier side. And press that out like so. Still crooked. Darn. I'm going to get this, guys. I could cut that little back piece off, but then it's going to throw that off, I think. But I might have to do that because it's not cooperating. It's better. I'm just going to trim that little tiny piece off of the back. Now let's see how it does. There we go. That's much better. Now let's see how this is going to fit. It's still going to work. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just, I've got this in here, and I kind of line it up right next to the line. And make sure it's back against the score line, but not on the score line. Make sure here and here is kind of even. I close it. I hold on to it for a minute. I take a pencil and I mark a line here, knowing that that's where it starts. And then I'm going to come down here and mark a line. And up here, I'm going to mark a line. I'm not going to worry about marking down here because I usually don't go down that far. But if I do, it's okay. But this tells me I don't want to go down too much further than that. And here, I don't want to go down too much further. I want it to be a little bit different than this side. So I bring that back out and I have my little marks. I'm going to open it up with a piece of scrap paper under it. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take crumb cake ink because it's very light when you use a blending brush. I'm going to take a blending brush. This is what I've been using. I'm just going to ink that up and kind of get the first part off. And I'm going to go around this front part of my card. Doesn't matter if I get it on the back because the back's not going to be seen. But I do want to leave white in the center because then it makes it like a highlight maybe. So that's what we have there. I'm going to do this on the inside right here because I'm going to put some greenery up there. You can go all the way around if you want. I'm just adding some right at the top. So we're done with crumb cake. That's all we need to do with the blending brush and the crumb cake. Now we're going to bring in early espresso. And what I'm going to do with the early espresso is I'm going to bring in this small branch first. I'm going to ink it up and I'm just going to add that right here on my card on the inside. And so it'll be drying while I do the front side. I'm going to bring in the bigger branch and I'm going to ink it up. And you just got to walk that across your ink pad because it's a big stamp. Then I'm going to take it, and I know I don't want to come down further than that. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to add that, like that. And then I'm going to take the bigger one, and I'm going to add that here, like that. Okay, so now we have our branches done. Yay, yay, right? That's an easy part. I'm going to clean these off just because they've got a lot of ink on them. And then we are going to go to Mossy Meadow. That will be for our greenery. So let's take the Mossy Meadow stamp pad out. First, I'm going to use these 3 branches. So let's go back over to the inside for a minute. We're just going to add 3 branches. 3 branches there. Then I'm going to take this little one right here. I'm going to add some greenery in here. And then I'm going to add a piece, whoops, right up in there. So there's our greenery on the front, on the inside, I mean. Now we're going back to the front. And I'm going to take and add my 3 branches in different places I think that it would look good. We're adding those. If they overlap, they're fine. That's what happens out in the real world. Oh, let's go down here. And then I think I'll use the little one for the rest. So let's just stamp that ink off. Got ink on my fingers. Yay, yay. I get ink all over me, and it's okay. So I'm going to take the little one. I don't even think I need to use it in there. We're going to use it out here. And then what I want to do, and I got ink right here. So I'm going to show you what I'll do with that in just 1 second. Let's get all of these on here first. That's when I got ink on my finger, I think. So I'm just filling this up, is what I'm basically doing. Just making it look really full. Because I like it really full. So, one more right here. So what I'm going to do, I think I can get this out and I need a little stamp thing. Let me use this one. So I'm going to get the early espresso back out. I'm going to make a branch come out a little bit, and I'm going to put greenery on it. Even though I didn't want to come out that far, I can. And I can just take and maybe add a branch like that. We'll bring this back in with the green. And we'll stamp some greenery right there. So there we go, we fixed it. That's one thing good about these stamps. They just let you do whatever you need to do, really. You make a mistake, you just fill it in. And it has stamps to do all that. So we got those cleaned up. Now let's move on to, I'm going to close my early espresso and my mossy meadow. And now we're going to go to pecan pie, which is going to be our pine cone. Gotta love little pine cones. So here we go. We're going to put a pine cone up here. We're just going to add pine cones all over the place. Doesn't have to be any place. You know, it's that little piece of greenery is real light. Put a lot of pine cones in that area. Must have liked it. So, one right there. There we go. We got a lot of pine cones. That's okay. Next thing we are going to do, oh, I forgot I got to put my pine cones in there. Didn't do it. Need some pine cones, guys. Got pine trees here. They have pine cones. There we go. Got a few pine cones on that tree. So now what we're going to do, we are going to put up the pecan pie. We are going to bring in the cherry cobbler. So let's do the inside first because it's open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stamp right here. It's just little dots. I'm not worrying about putting berries where they need to go. I'm just adding dots to add some little bit of, I don't know, I just like the little red dots, I guess. And then I'm on the inside, I'm going to put happiest birthday wishes in the red. So let's, I don't need this. Let's put this up. We're going to put that right here. And then we are going to turn it to the other side. I got red ink on that. We're going to turn it to the other side here. And we're going to do some berries on here. So there we go with some red. And we will go ahead. I had a little piece. And it's barely big enough, but it was what was left from when I've done this before, because I had a whole strip. But I am going to put this. Thinking of you brings joy to my heart. I'm going to go over to the left side a little bit and stamp it. That way I can take my scissors and cut this edge, because I only wanted to cut one edge. So there we go. That's a good use of that strip of paper. I only had a tiny bit left. Okay, so our card is done. I'm going to take a white eraser and I'm going to erase these two pencil marks that I can still see. There we go. So there's our card closed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this together. Let me get that ink off of there. Inky, inky. Do you all make a mess when you're stamping? I do. Maybe that's why we all like to use DSP, so we're not so messy. I'm wiping my hands off really quick. Someone's going to take soap and water, so she's going to take a wipe. Oh well, that's okay. I got black pants on, I'll just wipe it on my pants. I'm good for that. Oh, I forgot to stamp this. Let's stamp this real quick. Get the Mossy Meadow back out. Because when we stamp this, let's stamp this side first. We're going to stamp, stamp. I'm going to open it, stamp, and stamp. There we go. I forgot to do that. I knew it looked a little plain for me. I like to add just a little something to the front. I'm going to take this and wipe that off real quick. There we go. Okay, let's take this. This is our inside, and that's what our card's going to look like there. Has a lot more white down here, but that's not going to matter. Let's line this up to where we want it. Make sure it's just to the right of that. Just sits to the right. It's not like, it's just not on top of it. So there we go. I'm going to turn this over, hold on to it, and open this. Make sure I still got it even, because I want to see it on the front. That's why I did that. And now I'm going to put this on the back of the card. and shut it. So now we've got our card in here. We're going to take this, and I'm just going to put this on the straight line over here. I'm just going to add just a tiny bit of ink. Do you see that? Just a tiny bit. And I'm going to bring it here and put that there. And I'm going to take this white and gold twine. I'm going to stick it in the center of my card. Leave a tail out here. And then I'm going to bring this around and have a tail. Instead of measuring, that's what I did. Now what you can do is, there's two ways you can do this. We're going to just tie a knot first. So we're going to put it kind of up towards the top, but not all the way. You can hold your finger there and try to tie your knot real tight. Or if you have reverse tweezers like this, take this and, gotta get that up a little bit, and put that under there. Just make sure it's good and tight, and that'll hold that while you tie a knot. Because after we tie this knot, and now what I'm going to do is pull that out and just make sure my knot is really tight. Then I'm going to take the rest of it and just tie a bow like I'm tying my shoe, as soon as I can get a hold of it. And then if you want to, you can put a little glue dot under there if you want to hold it secure, whatever you want to do. And you have a little bow with a little glittery on there. And then I'm going to take these, they're low profile sparkle dots. Low profile means that they are pretty flat, so they're easy to use. Let's get out the pick tool, which is a great thing to have. I'm going to use these bigger ones. So we're going to fill in some of this blank space. Okay. So there's our card. One other thing I forgot. Let's do the Wink of Stella. For my Wink of Stella, was running out. It was getting really dry. And it sounds like it doesn't have anything in it. I opened it up and put some rubbing alcohol in there to make it work. So I'm going to shake that up. You got to shake up that glitter. It needs some alcohol. I didn't put enough in it. I'm going to see if this will still work. It's probably dry, because I didn't know how much alcohol to put in it, actually. So what I'm going to do is just take and add this right at the top of each of these. It just makes it glisten so pretty. And then that's what gives it the really wow factor. And it opens differently. So that's another wow factor. It's a great card. I know it's been done many times, but I really liked it with this branching out. I mean, it was so pretty. So you just kind of make sure you have that on all of your branches. And then I come in here and I add a little more. Now, there is one place right here, but I think that is actually an ink spot that I got on there. So instead of putting the other, oh, where's my sand eraser? Instead of putting that piece on there, I'm first going to try to erase that with a sand eraser as soon as I get it out here. So what I'm going to do is you take a sand eraser And sometimes that'll fade that ink out and take it out. You just don't want to rub a hole in your card. Rubbing a hole in your card is not good. See, that's why I'm taking my time with it. I'm not pressing so hard that it's going to rub a hole. So there you go. So we don't have to put that extra insert in there. And that is our card. I hope you enjoyed it. Just remember that on on Saturdays, I have a Simply Saturday video where cards are much simpler to do. They're faster. And I do those they're a pre-recorded video, and they come on at 10:30 in the morning on YouTube, my Facebook page, Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes, and my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP, which means very important crafters. You're a very important crafter. So anyway, you can go join that group. That's where all my PDFs are. And then you can watch Saturdays on all 3 platforms, or any of the 3 platforms. You don't have to watch it on all of the same video. So I'll see you then. If not, hopefully next Tuesday, I'll be here on time to do another video. Have a great day, and be creative when you can. Bye.